What's going on, everyone? We're getting closer to the end. We've got 2 more videos to go, and then all the spoilers that were revealed will be out. So, to start this video off, we've got Power of a Conqueror. It's a 2-drop green spell, and it has the effect, choose a creature, and it gets the effect, when this creature destroys a blocking creature in battle, if this creature's attack is greater than the blocking creature's endurance, deal 1 damage to the fort that this creature was at. So, it's essentially piercing in this game, compared to what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, where it lets you destroy a fort even if it was blocked. So, or destroy a barrier. But I think that is just awesome. Like, I would have never thought this effect would be in the game. And this early on, too. I mean, I'm glad it's not on a creature, I'm glad it's a spell, because I feel like it gives some more balance to it. But it's still a really insane effect. But it's also got reference the blue dice, and if it's a 1, 2, or 3, the chosen creature gets +2/+0. So it's essentially letting them do that piercing damage, quote unquote, to the opponent's fort, which I think this is awesome. I feel like we're getting a lot of unique effects in this game, and I feel like that's going to be really important in the way that decks are going to be shaped. I feel like it's going to give a lot of potential for different decks, because there's so many different combination of colors that you can play, that if there's no really defined meta early on, which I'm almost certain it's going to be red-black or some sort of blue control deck, but if that isn't really defined, you really have no idea what you're going to be playing against, which I think is kind of awesome. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh! Where right now, you're going to be going up against Zodiacs, or at least you were up until the point where they get banned for winning Worlds. But anyways, next up we have Runic Battlesmith. So this is a card from the demo deck, and it is one of the best cards in there, even though it's a vanilla, because it has 6 attack for only being a 4-drop. So this is just a really great creature. I mean, even though it doesn't have an effect, I think this is the only one that I would play 4 of in a deck, just because of those stats. I mean, if you're going second, well, maybe not second, but if you were on your second turn, if you went first, you could play this and get over any of your opponent's Drago Shields, which is awesome. So I really like this card. I mean, we're going to have plenty of copies of them from all the demo decks, as well as it being a common in Rally to War. So expect to see him once this game actually drops. I feel like he is going to be used. Next up, we have the double rare black dragon, and that is Shadowcrest the Subjugator. He is a 7-drop with 7 attack, 7 endurance, and the artwork just looks fantastic. But his effect is, when this creature is destroyed, destroy all creatures at the fort this creature was at, choose an opposing fort, and destroy all creatures at that fort. So, yeah, you have to destroy one of your own creatures, but then you get to destroy 2 of your opponent's creatures. So, essentially, it's an even trade, but it sets your opponent back because you can take out 2 of their attackers. So, yeah, potentially really strong. You're going to be playing it later in the game because it has such a heavy cost. And then it's also got a black Drago Cross ability, which is when this creature's attack deals damage to a creature or fort, choose one of your creatures and an opposing creature and destroy them. So, I'm curious to see what black is going to do later in the game when we get more sets released, because of all this stuff revolving around destroying your own creatures. We saw that with the giant skeleton person whose name is Grave Champion, and also the 6-drop 1 attack 1 defense creature. They both destroy your own cards, so it'll be interesting to see where the black deck ends up going as we get more sets released. But anyways, final card for today is Shieldbreaker. So it's a blue spell that costs 4 to play, and the effect is choose an opposing Drago Shield and destroy it. Then reference your black dice, and if it's a 5 or 6, you may choose an opposing creature with X or less attack and destroy it, where X is the value of the chosen Drago Shield. So if you destroy a 6 Drago Shield, you can deal 6 damage. Actually, you can destroy a creature with 6 or less attack. So I think that's a pretty awesome effect. It's a really strong spell, especially for being blue. I mean, it's not a resting spell, which is kind of nice to see. It gives some variety to the color. So blue-black is going to be pretty strong early on, as well as red-black. And if you watch my Digging Deeper episode, I said black is probably going to be the strongest deck early on because of the consistency to destroy cards. So I mean, if you wanted to play red, blue, black, that might be really powerful if you combine all the 3 colors, if you can find the right combination of deck building. But anyways, this is only a common, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. I guess we'll see once the set releases if there was anything that was short printed. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these cards down below. And be sure to check out Dragoracle and the Facebook page. All of these pictures have been coming from Dragoracle, if you couldn't tell from the giant Dragoracle up at the top. But as always, thanks for watching.